Whoa. Amazing background.
Yeah, it's
Sceneries.
nice.
What's going on, Vidhya?
Whoa.
Back with Vidhya. It's been, how long's it been? Like, you're a new mom
I am.
of a newly 1-year-old Karina little girl.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
right.
It's been challenging. It's been good. How's it been?
Some of the best and some of the worst days of your life, isn't it? It's just one big emotional roller coaster.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been good. I mean, your whole entire world is just like rocked and shaken upside down and turned inside out and just made new and better and different.
Yeah, I get it. And then you said, what you told me earlier, you were like, 10 months, Karina was like barely sleeping. Like,
She woke up every hour on the hour for about 10 months. Sometimes it was every 10 to 30 minutes. And like for that length of time, usually we couldn't physically put her down. So it was sleep deprivation like I have never known. I thought being a doctor doing like 24-hour on calls or doing 30-hour long shifts, I thought I knew sleep deprivation. I thought I can do this. You know, I'm organized, I'm prepared. Like I know what it's like not to sleep. I was wrong. I knew nothing. I was wrong.
Because you're a surgical doctor, osteo.
Trauma and orthopedic,
Trauma, okay.
surgical registrar, yeah.
Because I know when we were working together, you used to tell me you used to like put people's bones back into places
That's right.
and drilling and
Yep.
pulling. Like you would come in with sore traps and
Yeah, lots of power tools,
Power
power saws and hammers, nails, plates and screws, that kind of thing. Banging in hips and knee replacements. So it's a very physical job. So like weightlifting with you massively helped because sometimes I would have to move patients that were like 100 kilos. I once had to help move a patient that was 200 kilos. And then when you're like lifting their limbs to operate on them, and then obviously, like I said, using power tools, but you have to have a lot of control because obviously they're dangerous if they're used incorrectly, and there also requires a lot of precision. So, you know, a wrong move could result in disaster.
something really bad.
Yeah, so you need good. It's a technique. It's not all just kind of brute strength, but the strength definitely helps.
Yeah, it backs you up just to be able to maneuver it and
and to do things safely without injuring yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's totally shocked me when you told me you used to do that. I was like, you do what? I've never met nobody that, like, because you're into all kinds of, martial arts?
That's right, yeah, karate. Yeah.
Karate.
So I'm a second dan black belt in Goju-Ryu karate.
Say it again?
Second dan black belt in Goju-Ryu karate. It's a style of karate.
Boom.
Yeah, and I did, in my heyday, when I was competing regularly, I became English national champion, British national champion, and European champion in my style. And used to compete regularly. And then my black belt exams they took place in Europe. And so when I was training for big events like a grading or like a big competition, you know, usually I'd have to train in the run-up 2-3 times a day. So I'd be training every day, and then in the run-up, as I got into the kind of months and weeks before, I'd be training 2 or 3 times a day. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So it's been hard, I think, like when I know what my potential for fitness is, because I really enjoy working out. I think then becoming a new mum and having to, you know, I'm obviously very glad to put my daughter's needs first and look after her.
Yeah.
But it's obviously very physically draining, and I miss having the time to work out that I used to have and having the fitness and the strength I used to have. I'm sure it'll come back eventually, but it's been a lot of like sacrifice of like my time and body.
Yeah. Motherhood, it's a blessing, but it's a lot of effort, you know.
Yeah,
it is. And it's okay to say that.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to feel
I think
guilty.
all good things take a bit of effort, though.
There you go.
All the best things in
Anything
life.
worth having is
That's right.
It's gonna need a little bit of energy, effort,
exactly.
and perseverance, challenges.
Yeah,
you know.
no, we're really, really lucky.
Yeah, y'all are blessed.
Really lucky. We are blessed.
Very
yeah.
much so.
Yeah, we are.
Very much so. It's great. This is freaking great. So Vidhya, well, let me start it. Boom, boom. What's going on, y'all? It's Charles Trip B Fitness. I am here with Vidhya. We will be going over various topics of her becoming a new mom, being able to get back into fitness, and anything else that she wants to share with y'all today. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
Good?
good. Yeah. I think things are getting kind of better and better. I'm getting used to being a mum. I'm looking forward to returning to work tomorrow because I love my work and like I miss working as a surgeon. And I like working with my hands and doing a very physical job and working with people. And my little girl's becoming more and more mobile and more accurate, and I'm just waiting for her to get to the point where she can follow instructions, and then I can start teaching her karate. So as soon as she's able to like stand still and follow instructions, I'm going to teach her how to punch. I'm going to teach her how to kick, and then in a couple of years we're going to get down to the dojo and we'll start.
Because you have a nasty one leg like kick. Like you used to always do it and it was fast, and it's like you ever got a punch too.
Yeah.
It's like a Bruce Lee, like it's fast. I could never imitate it.
Oh, Bruce Lee is more my husband's arena. He does
Ooh.
kung fu.
That Nick,
And
Nick.
Bruce Lee's Nick. Yeah, he does.
Oh.
Bruce Lee's martial art.
Hey Nick, come in real quick, Nick. Just do a little. We don't want Nick to steal the show, but we want to see Nick. This is the man. This is the guy. How long have y'all been married? Or together and married?
We've been together for 15 years this year, and it'll
Okay.
be 5 years married from August.
Y'all been like best friends. Like they are super tight. They
Partners
trained
in
with me
crime.
together. Partners. I wouldn't say in crime. Nick's more the crime. Vidhya, yeah, she's a sweet one.
Good
But-
cop, bad cop.
There you good. Yeah, good cop, bad cop. That's it. That's it. I love them. They both came and trained with me. They were one of my first, clients. Just amazing people. And then they have
OG.
OG clients.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they have a 1-year-old daughter now, and been moving around a lot. And then Nick is a coach, on-field doctor. He's a doctor as well, but you're a sports doctor with different football clubs. He's big stuff too. They don't really show it and tell you, but they're both big stuff. So what do you do really quick, Nick?
So I'm a GP and a sports doctor. So I spend a couple of days a week doing GP work. So just general practice, family doctor, that sort of thing. And then I spend a couple of days a week doing sports doctor. So I do a clinic at a football club, and then I do their match cover for any injuries that happen on pitch.
Boxing, you started.
I started doing a bit of boxing doctor work, and I do some concussion work, and then a little bit of out of hours as well here and there. So yeah, a bit of on-call doctor work.
Busy.
Yeah.
Busy.
Yeah, it's a busy time.
Amazing. Thank you, Nick. All right. That's the guy. So amazing. So I'm gonna edit everything, so
Yeah,
you don't gotta worry about
go ahead.
nothing. So we went through motherhood, going back to work, fitness. Is there anything post? Anything? I'll ask you the question once you tell me. Postpartum, post.
Yeah, I mean, like the changes that you go through during pregnancy and postpartum is wild. It's something that I never thought about.
1 sec. Let me get because I'm gonna ask you the question.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So postpartum, and is there anything else? Roughly, it's not a big deal. Just if you can think about it, I'll just ask you a formal question. And
Okay.
That'll be like a new segment. Because what I'm doing is I'm do like most of these. I'm getting like 2 to 3, maybe 4 video reels out of them.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
So I can
Great.
just take segments.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I don't know. What else do you think would be useful?
it's up to you. Whatever you want to share that you've experienced this past year. What would you like to express or share?
Yeah, I
that
mean, if we're
other women
talking about
can
the past
benefit?
year, then it's like trying to, like, I don't know, get to know a new body, like in
Yes.
postpartum. Because obviously, prior to that, I would have been training alongside, like, working. But this past year has been trying to, like, reacquaint with myself with like a new body, like alongside like breastfeeding and postpartum changes.
Perfect. That's it. This one is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Don't blow the camera off, please. Whoa. Whoa. These are gonna be great bloopers. I love put them in the beginning and the end. Oh. Hopefully we can get a little cool down. We can get a little bit of.
It's quite nice.
It is kind of nice. It is.
Okay.
Perfect. All right.
Cut.
I think we're good. In action. So, postpartum, how have you been since giving birth, and what are some of the challenges you faced, just in general after having a kid and trying to understand your body again?
So I think when I was pregnant, in my mind, my goal was to obviously, in this first year after giving birth, I wanted to make sure that I, obviously was looking after my daughter, and I really wanted to breastfeed, and that was a huge goal for me. But then my other goal was to kind of, maybe realistically or unrealistically, I wanted to try and get my fitness back to where it was by the end of the year, which seems ridiculous now. I know other people have maybe been able to achieve that I know, like that I know other women that have been able to kind of run marathons or do karate gradings like I have, like within that first year. But I think because Karina's sleep had been so bad, she had reflux when she was little that required like kind of medication. I think having a baby with a medical problem was really challenging. We were in hospital immediately after she was born. And so I think I needed to maybe allow for a bit more flexibility. Because I think I'm a very goal-orientated person. I decide that I want to, get into medical school, become a black belt, like compete in the European Championships. I work and work and work until I get it done. And I want to take up weightlifting. I'm going to learn weightlifting. And I'm in my mind, I think as long as I work hard enough, I can get something done. But babies don't care what your goals are.
They don't.
So I guess to anybody else that's like a new mum, I think it's just giving yourself flexibility and grace, and what felt like consistency before, which might have been giving 100% every day, isn't necessarily what consistency looks like in that first year. So it might be that you can't do something on one day because you've only had 30 minutes of sleep in 24 hours, but then the next day you've managed to have 4 hours sleep and you're able to go for a walk, and then maybe a few months later you're finally getting more than 6 hours sleep at once, and then you can finally get to a gym class or do a little bit of weightlifting for half an hour. And I think it's like allowing space for that transition to happen, because I really missed doing regular fitness because it's something that made me happy and feel good, and it was good for my physical health and mental health, and I loved seeing progress. And I think I've just been moving just to kind of look after myself and just to like feel a bit of normality, and that's fine, for now. But I think also when I was pregnant, I was so focused on just looking after the baby, getting through the pregnancy, and then focused on getting through the birth because I was nervous about giving birth, and looking after the baby afterwards. I didn't actually think about myself at all, and I was shocked at how different my body was after I'd given birth. I think I never got to weigh myself at the end of my pregnancy, but I estimate that I was approximately 25 kilos heavier than I am now, which is heavier than at the beginning of my pregnancy. And I've now lost that weight and a little bit more because I've not got the muscle that I had before. So I think when I start weightlifting again, then that those extra kilos of muscle will come back.
Yeah, it will.
But it took a long time for the swelling to come away and for my body to kind of change and go back to its normal shape. And even then, it's still not the same as it was before. And I think that's really challenging when you're used to being someone that like has some control over their body through, through work, through diet, through exercise. Your hormones, it's a wild, wild ride. The train's left the station, you have no control.
Just leave me something, I want some type of normality, something. I can only imagine how impactful was all these changes on your body when you had to physically see your body change and know that it might not be back to what it was before.
That was scary. That was scary, because I think I'm used to being a very physically fit person, being quite muscular, and I think I was nervous. I thought, well, what if some people really struggle to lose the baby weight, and they, struggle balancing work and childcare and so on. And when you have lots of responsibilities, and with the cost of living being higher than it ever was before, sometimes you have to spend that extra time working when you'd normally want to work out, and that's just tough, isn't it? It's just life.
It's life.
And so I think it's really challenging, and I'm very fortunate that I think I was able to breastfeed as long as I did. I breastfed for a year. Wow. And I think that helped with turning my body back to the kind of closer to the way it was before. And again, not everyone has the option to breastfeed because it's really, really challenging and requires a lot of support, and for some people it doesn't work that way.
They got to latch on. It's a whole process.
It is, there's so many pitfalls. It's really challenging.
The classes women got to go to just for breastfeeding.
Understand it, totally.
And some can't, some got work. Then there's formula, there's, Similac.
It's really,
there's
really
alternatives. Yeah. Now, how many calories do you burn when you breastfeed?
When you breastfeed, you burn an extra 500 up to 1,000 calories a day. So trying to fuel your body whilst you're burning that much, your body's literally, your baby is sucking the fat from your body and it takes everything you are to breastfeed a baby, like emotionally, physically, mentally, like the concentration, understanding the technique, like you physically turning like your very like fiber of your being into food for your child, and like it's a really weird experience. It's bizarre.
That's deep.
You feel like a dairy cow for a little while.
Just sitting there, just allowing it.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Every fiber of your body is to produce
Everything
for-
about your body, it feels like it's not your own anymore. It kind of feels like it's very much there for work, Maybe when I was like, dating my husband long ago, these used to be for fun, but now they're lunch. They're there for work. They got a job to do.
They're machines.
Yeah.
They're on an assembly line.
They're for survival.
That's impressive. That's funny. That is funny.
It's true.
It is true. It's true.
Yeah. So that has been, really interesting. And again, I think like I underestimated how hard it was going to be in the first few months. I remember friends that I'd already been through birth and had started breastfeeding said to me, do not do anything else. Don't make yourself a cup of tea. Don't make a meal. Don't do any housework. If you want to succeed at breastfeeding, that is the only thing you should dedicate yourself to, is trying to get sleep when you can and breastfeed, because it is so physically draining at the beginning. It's so challenging, and my body felt battered after birth. I've been in labour for 2.5 days, and I also had a hemorrhage when I'd given birth, and so like my entire body I felt like I'd been beaten up by multiple people. And then you're burning all those extra calories trying to heal. You're bleeding, you can't walk properly. There's this hormone called relaxin that's in your body, and so when I was walking I was like this. I couldn't keep my torso upright because you've got all these hormones in your body that make you wobbly, and it allows everything to stretch and relax so that you can give birth, but it means you can't keep yourself upright, which I didn't expect. And the baby's gone, so they're not there to splint your spine and keep you upright.
Okay.
So you can't walk, you can't move, and I think I'm used to being someone like in complete physical control of my body. Doing karate takes so much precision, so much control, so much accuracy. I could decide to punch you and fall a centimetre short. I could just brush your face. I could go, break your jaw and go straight through. And having that control, I think, is a huge part of, I did dance when I was a kid, and then I did karate as a teenager and into adulthood, and then I did weightlifting with you, and that requires again, accuracy, control, form, technique, breathing in order to do it safely, in order to hit those PBs, everything you taught me. And so I think being in a situation where I had no control over my body,
I don't like it. This is not it.
And a tiny tyrant calling the shots.
Hungry, change me, feed me.
Yeah, our little blessing.
Pick me up.
Our little blessing.
Man.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah, she just turned 1, so she's about to get into everything.
Everything.
Have fun. Mine is 7. She is a little teenager almost, pretty much. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
It's amazing. Yeah, she makes me food.
Wow.
That she wants, and I don't really allow her, but I know I had to start allowing her.
Miss Independent.
I
love her.
Daddy, you want this? You want eggs? You want this? You make me so low. This is nice.
That's
She
great.
still leaves her shoes out. She still leaves the toothbrush. She's still getting there, but she's making movements. But being a parent in general, a mom, a dad, it's an experience. It definitely is an experience. But it's nice. Every stage, every year.
It just gets better and better.
It gets better and better. Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And now I can't wait to share all those things that I love with her. I can't wait to, get her tiny gym equipment and teach her how to lift. And I can't wait because I see people with little plastic, barbells and kettlebells, and we can do workouts together. And I want to teach her karate, and so I'm looking forward to sharing, both my husband and I sharing our love of fitness with her. So I think that's something I'm really looking forward to.
That's gonna be amazing. She's gonna be great too.
Yeah,
She's gonna be
and you
great.
see it with
She has
your
both of
daughter. I
y'all.
can see on your social media, it begins at home, doesn't it? And
It does. Literally, whatever you put into them, they're gonna reflect and do. Literally,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that was amazing, Vidhya. I greatly appreciate you. Um, Man, I miss y'all.
I know, I
Yeah,
miss
I
training with
miss
you
y'all.
too.
It's good, but we still support each other
Yes,
from
absolutely,
socials and
always.
both all of our journeys with Nick, and seeing y'all become parents is nice. I just can't wait to watch y'all's journey with Karina.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Nick is a character, and I can only imagine the games and jokes he's gonna have and play on her. So it's gonna be good. This will be really good. So, but yeah, thank you so much once again.
Thank you.
You're amazingly
It's
great.
always a pleasure.
Share some good stuff. Always, share some good stuff. I'm pretty sure a good amount of women will be able to take some of those things and at least, be able to feel understood.
Yeah, and just to be kind to
There you
themselves.
go.
And that's normal.
Yeah.
And it's okay. And everybody's journey just looks a little bit different.
But it's still pretty much the same.
Yeah. And to find your support network, I think.
Thank y'all. Thank you, Vidya, for having me over. And this is going to be good stuff. So
You're so
good.
welcome. High five.
Easy. Ah! That's going to be, so good.
Yeah.
So many bloopers and boop, boop, boops. Amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Please, I've got it. Yes, you did.